Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great honor to present our research for all of you. My name is Ting Tong from the University of Shanghai for Science and Technology in China. This research is collaborated with Zhi Chao and Rich Rico from Center for Science and Technology Studies at Leiden University in Netherlands. Our research topic is WeChat presence of Chinese scholar journals, an analysis of CSCI index journals. How science is discussed on social media is an increasingly popular topic in psychometrics. For example, we can see that the WeChat has its own Twitter and Facebook accounts, and it presents to show their journal's content. According to Professor Yu's study, there are four types of research in autometrics. However, as there are so many studies focused on international research discussed in international platforms, that we see the type A. The discussion of science on local platforms, which is type C, has been few reported. As we know, China, as a non-English speaking country with the largest number of researchers and international users, has its own social media platforms such as Weibo and WeChat. So this research is very important for China and also for the world. As we can see that WeChat has almost 1 billion users, and it provides academics to publicly communicate about research developments. So our research focus on the performance of Chinese journals on these local platforms. We have three research questions. The first one, how many CSCI index journals have WeChat public accounts? And the second one, at the journal level, how is the correlation between bibliometric indicators and WeChat indicators? The third one, do journals with or without WeChat public accounts perform overall differently in terms of citation-based indicators? That is our date and methods. We choose the 782 CSCI index journals. That means the CSCI just stands for the Chinese Social Science Citation Index. This is a selective citation index which covers Chinese scholarly journals in the field of social science and humanities. And we also have two date sources. The first one is CNKI performance platform that we can get the bibliometric indicators of each journals. And the second source is WeChat public accounts, and we can see the WeChat activity indicators of the journals. This is a platform. This is a platform of the CNKI, and we can see that we can find the journals that is in the library information science, the names, documentation, information, and knowledge. That we can see that we can find some type of data, bibliometric data. For example, the number of published articles, the total number of downloads, sites, and also the impact factors data. So we harvested this bibliometric data from CNKI platform. And this is also this is a WeChat platform that we manually search the journal's name in WeChat. This is the profile of the same journals that we can see there are some posts in the WeChat accounts, and this is one of the posts that was an interview with a very famous bibliometrics researchers, Professor Zhang. And at the bottom of the post, we can find some important data that could show the WeChat activities. For example, the number of clicks, the number of likes, and the number of sharings. We use third-party software to collect all these informations. This is bibliometric and WeChat indicators in these studies that we showed before. For example, in the bibliometric indicator, we get the number of papers, number of sites, and number of downloads. And in the WeChat activity data, we show the number of WeChat articles that we post, and number of clicks and number of likes. This is a research workflow. Firstly, we retrieve the CSCI index journals, and then we followed by the aggregation at the journal level with the date from the WeChat and the bibliometric platform. And then we just do some analysis, that is the descriptive analysis, correlation analysis, and a comparative analysis. Let's turn to our research results. The first one is the presence of CSCI index journals on WeChat. That we can see that there are more than 65% of the journals in CSCI indexed have created the WeChat accounts. When compared with international platforms, this number seems relatively higher. Because according to other research, we can find there are only 7.2% of SCI index journals have their Facebook accounts. So this number is show very high. And the second result is a correlation analysis of bibliometric and WeChat indicators. As we can see from these figures, within both bibliometric indicators and WeChat indicators, the indicators are strongly correlated. However, the correlation between the bibliometric and WeChat indicators are generally very weak. So it suggests that the bibliometric and WeChat indicators capture very different types of interactions and impact. So this is the second result. And the third one is about the comparison of bibliometric indicators between journals with and without WeChat accounts. In general, we can see from this picture that the journals with WeChat account tend to have slightly higher bibliometric scores than those without WeChat public accounts, including the number of papers, number of citations, and number of downloads. So that is our research conclusion, that from all these research findings, we just could have a better understanding of how Chinese scientific journals use local social media platforms to reach broader audience. And the first important research finding is that the presence of WeChat by CSCI index journals is rather large, with more than 65%. And the second finding is a lack of correlation between the bibliometric and WeChat metrics conforming two empirically differential set of data. And the third one, journals with WeChat accounts tend to have a slightly higher performance in terms of all analyzed bibliometric indicators. So that is all we research findings, as it was a very preliminary analysis. We want to have more findings in future. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, all of you. And I wish your questions. Thank you.